Hello and welcome to beautiful Albert Park in San Rafael, California. I'm your play-by-play man for the night, Taylor Williams, and we are broadcasting the San Rafael Pacifics versus the Pittsburgh Diamonds. This is Pacifics baseball action continuing on CMCM Marin TV in San Rafael, California, and tonight we have a great game for you guys. The starting pitchers for the Pacifics, Brandon Erickson, he's got a 4.77 ERA. He is going against Pittsburgh's Michael Gunn, who has a 4.81 ERA. So a couple of high ERAs. This could be a high-scoring game. The Pacifics have struggled of late, but last Tuesday they had a walk-off hit from Cameron Monger, which gave some excitement into the team. The game tonight is being played in perfect weather. I mean, you could not ask for anything better. The shadows are going to creep in a little bit in the beginning, but once it gets to a little more nighttime, we'll be good to go. There you see Brandon Erickson, the starting pitcher, coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here they are.
Erickson has actually only pitched in 5 2/3 innings this year, so he's kind of a newbie, and we're going to see what kind of stuff he has tonight.
Davidson Middle School, where he participates in the chorus. He enjoys singing and is happy to be with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Cooper Burdick.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Leading off for the Pittsburgh Diamonds, number 1, Jose Garcia. First pitch, a check swing foul.
First pitch, 7:09. Temperature, 71.
Garcia is batting .267 for the season. He's played in 70 games. Has 5 home runs. So he's got a little pop for a leadoff hitter. Erickson winds, delivers, and that is a ball slightly inside. I'm not sure where that missed. Erickson delivers. And another ball just slightly outside. Counts now 2-1. And a third ball high right there for Erickson. Erickson, who doesn't throw particularly hard, maxes out around 85 miles an hour, but does get a lot of ground ball outs, and that was almost one, but an error on the play, and Herrera takes second base. That's an E6. And that is not a great way to start the night for the Pacifics. They've had problems in the infield with errors of late, and they really hope to start this game off on a better note than that. Erickson's got to shake that off, though. It's still early. It will not hurt you as long as you can get out. B.J. Gwynn, who just stepped up to the plate, number 12. Gwynn is batting .271 in the year. Only has 3 home runs. He played for in the San Diego Padres system. Gwynn looking to drive in Garcia for the first run of the game. That was a ball outside, and the count is 3-0. The Pacific's position order goes as following: at catcher, Mark Lindsay; first base, Phildrick Llewellyn; second base, Kyle Ulande; shortstop, Juan Herrera; at third base, Zach Goldstein; and then in the outfield, you have Miles Williams, Cameron Monger, and Demetrius Moorer in left field. That was a strike right down the middle, and the count is now 3-1. Pop up, shallow right field. Miles Williams get the catch. A rare pop-up for Erickson, who, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, throws the ball down a lot of ground ball outs, and if the ball's in the air tonight, it's not going to be a good sign for him. He does not throw particularly hard, and he's got a 4-pitch mix: curve, slider, fastball, change. But like I said, everything's low in the zone. Breaking ball low in the zone, taken for a ball. And a swinging strike. Count is now 1-1 for Wes Wallace, number 13 for the Diamonds. Wallace takes the breaking ball low in the dirt. 2-1's the count. Erickson delivers, and a ball taken outside. Count 3-1. And a strike right down the middle for Erickson, and the count is now full. Erickson stares in, looking back to check on the runner, and a walk. Ball was low and outside, And Wes Wallace reaches aboard. Runners now on first and second.
Batting fourth for the Diamonds, first baseman, number 24, Vinny Coletti.
Number 24, Vinny Galletti steps in, the real stud of the team. And a little chopper to first base. They're going for the double play, and they only get out in second. Galletti reaches on the fielder's choice. Two outs now in the inning. Runners on first and third. And Gerald Batista steps in, number 29.
For Pittsburgh, left fielder, number 29.
The left fielder for the Diamonds. Batista's a big, imposing guy at the plate if you're looking at him. And he has got that look in his eye like he is going to drive in these runs. And the pitch is a swinging strike. Oh, you could tell he wanted it there. Erickson threw something right by him. Erickson, for not having the fastest fastball in the league, really can control those pitches. You know, it reminds me of a guy like Bartolo Colon in the MLB, 42 years of age, used to throw gas. Now not so much. You know, he's mid to high 80s, but he can still get the job done because he can have that pinpoint control. And if you have that, you're just as effective as a guy that throws 97 miles an hour. Garcia's at third base. Galletti's at first. And the pitch. Taken for a ball, low and outside. Batista has a chance right here to knock in Garcia and get his 30th RBI of the season. And a pickoff throw to first base. But Galletti got back there quick. Phildrick Llewellyn playing first base tonight for the Pacifics. He's kind of the utility man. He'll play every position. Oh, and a high fly ball. Williams running over, but it's out of play. 2-1's the count. And the 2-1 pitch, or the 1-2 pitch, is a ground ball right to the second baseman, flips it over to the Pacific shortstop, and the inning is over. And we will go to a break. You are watching the CMCM Marin TV's coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. We'll be back in the bottom of the first inning.
Tonight's game is sponsored. Up first are Dancing with the Pacifics. Let's welcome Pacific's outfielder Demetrius Moore and Love to Dance instructor Lizzie Rice as they perform to Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Trust me, I'll give it
The Pacifics are now batting for the first time in this game. It is the bottom of the first inning, and Michael Gunn for the Diamonds will be pitching. Gunn, who throws a fastball, curveball, and a change, has just thrown a ball to start off the inning. Strike one for Gunn right there, and he gets the count even, 1-1. Gunn is 5-3 this season with a 4.81 ERA. He's pitched in 71 innings, so a fair amount more than Brandon Erickson for the Pacifics. And that's a swinging strike right there for Juan Herrera, the leadoff man for the Pacifics. Herrera chops a ball right through the third baseman's reach, and it reaches on board with a single. That's a great way to start right there for the Pacifics. Get base runners, something they have struggled to do early in these games. Coming up, Cameron Monger, the star of the game Tuesday night, the last time CM did a game. He not only had a 3-run homer, but walked the game off in the bottom of the 10th inning. I actually got the chance to interview him at the end of the game. Got splashed with a ice bucket. It was a blast. Swinging for a strike right there. And Gunn gets ahead in the count. Monger's batting .268 as he takes a strike right dead center in the zone. He's got 7 home runs on the year. That shot he hit on Tuesday night, man, did that go far and deep out of this place. And Monger strikes out right there. He was pressing hard. A 3-pitch strikeout for Gunn. Showing off a little heat. Gunn, who's been a lot better at home than on the road this season, and has 13 earned runs in 9 1/3 innings here at Albert Park. So he is looking to make a statement tonight. Rizzatello steps in for the Pacifics, the designated hitter, and pops the ball, foul up into the air, strike one. Rizzatello's hitting .288 on the year. Got 5 homers. And takes a ball just high. The strike zone's been kind of stingy tonight. A lot of pitches missing high and wide in the zone. And that's going to make these pitchers work a little bit. Pop up way to the right side. And that's strike 2 right on there from Rizzatello. Count is 1-2. Gunn looking for his second strikeout in a row. And just a little low. Gunn bringing the heat tonight. He's got a fastball, high 80s, low 90s. Good curveball, good change. I'd say he throws ooh. And Rizzatello gave it a shot, but it was a fly out to the left fielder. Coming up for the Pacifics, number 4, Phildrick Llewellyn. Llewellyn surprisingly is a catcher, but plays all over the diamond. And, believe it or not, speaks 5 languages. So, he's sort of a renaissance man in the baseball world. Llewellyn fouls a ball straight back. Thought it was heading for me for a second. But no, we are good to go. Llewellyn steps back in. Count is 0-1. Gunn delivering the pitch. Low and outside. Ball 1. Count is now 1-1. Gunn takes a peep over at Herrera and then throws the ball in there. 2-1. And Gunn delivers. Ooh. And it's back right to the right fielder. I thought that had a chance just for 1 second. But the Pacifics strand a base runner and Juan Herrera. And it's the end of the inning. And we're going to the top of the second as part of our continuing coverage of CMCM's coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacific season. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned.
Leading off the second for the Diamonds, pitcher number 32, Alex McKeon.
Leading off for the Pittsburg Diamonds in the top of the second inning will be Alex McKeon, number 32. Two 2-0 quickly for McKeon. He's got the count in his favor. Erickson delivers and gets his first strike of the inning off of a pop-up foul ball. Erickson delivers, and ball 3. Erickson's thrown a lot of pitches so far early on in this game. A lot of balls just slightly missing the plate. And a little liner shot to right field. And Alex McKeon has himself a single and gets on base to start the inning. It's 2 innings in a row that the leadoff batter has gotten on versus Brandon Erickson. So he is getting in the stretch early in this game. Coming up to the plate, number 18, Kevin Farley. Erickson throws the ball over to first and then loads it up right there to Farley, who knocks the ball back. Farley's batting .385 on the season. He's only playing 4 games. He's got 1 home run, so He has started off this season for the Diamonds hot. Let's see if he can get a base knock right here. Count 0-1. Takes a strike from Erickson. Erickson lobbed that one right through the plate, and Farley did not want to offer at it. Great pitch by Erickson, who's got the count now in his favor, 0-2. And a deep shot right there, but caught by Miles Williams. That was a great sliding catch by Miles Williams for the first out of the inning, and you have to think that Erickson appreciates that from his teammate.
Their goal is to always provide the highest level of personal and professional service to you. Miles Williams with your game-saver defensive play of the game.
What a defensive play right there from Miles Williams, who is a great right fielder in this ballpark. It's a tough outfield. You know, center goes away 370 deep with that wall. There's a lot of, little like light stand stuff. It's a tough field. You have to get used to it. And a foul back right there as Zach Randolph steps in. Randolph, number 8 for the Diamonds. Right fielder. Erickson sets up, delivers, and another foul back, 0-2 the count. I'm sorry. Zach Rapaz is the name. Zach Rapaz takes a check swing right there. Foul ball. And Rapaz is batting .286 for the year in 4 games. No home runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Rapaz, new to the Diamonds. Looking to make his mark tonight. Could do it right now. It's 2 strikes, 1 ball. Only an out in the inning. Erickson looks into Rapaz. Delivers. And a little line shot to center field. Easy catch right there for the Pacifics. Center fielder Cameron Monger. And 2 outs in the inning. Batting 9th for Pittsburgh is the pitcher, which is rare in independent ball league that they wouldn't have a DH, but they felt comfortable running Michael Gunn out there. And now he's hitting. A dual threat, as they say, is something that, besides the National League Baseball, you don't ever see. I mean, it's very rare when you have the opportunity to have a designated hitter that you throw the pitcher out there. You have to have complete and utter confidence in him. And he hacked at that one like he was not a pitcher. The count is now 1-1. Gunn had a great first inning. He was really bringing the heat. Let's see if he can get a base knock right here. Ball low and away. 2-1. It's a little pitcher-on-pitcher action, mano-a-mano. Erickson delivers, 2-1. And another pop-up. Count will now be 2-2. Gunn's just a little late to these pitches from Erickson. It's hard when you're not in the everyday lineup to see a lot of at-bats. You know, you can only simulate so much from batting practice. And a strike 3 right there. Ooh. Oh, no, it looked like he foul tapped it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Gunn stays alive. Another foul tip, and Gunn is staying alive. And the pitch, another foul off, and Gunn is just keeping this at bat going, and Erickson is throwing more and more pitches. You know, if anyone realizes how annoying it is to have a batter foul off pitch, it's this Gunn. I mean, that is the worst thing for a pitcher. It's just like wasting energy out there on the mound. And a called third strike. And that's the end of the inning for the Pacifics. Erickson, after a leadoff single, rights the ship. And we are going to the bottom of the second inning. And the Pacifics are coming up. Stay tuned. You're listening to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. We'll see you after the break.
And that begins into blurred lines by Robin Thicke.
You can look, but you can't touch it. You can touch it. Start some drama.
All right, we got Jake Taylor out there. Taylor Williams is back. We're going to do a little play-by-play analysis of this dance action. The Pacific's version of Dancing with the Stars. Oh, look at Taylor get it. Oh, come on now. He's a natural. Oh, he's got it. He's going. Okay. Can he beat Demetrius Moore? That's the question, though. Moore had a great performance earlier. He's going to do something spectacular. His partner. Oh, okay. Okay. Look at him. He's getting low. He's showing his backside to the audience. Come on now. It's time for Taylor to make a big play here. This is about winning. This isn't about performing. Ooh. Okay. Okay. He's vibing right now. He's going for it. Now he's just chilling. Ooh. What's he gonna do? Don't know. I'm expecting a big finish. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Just as I called it. That was Jake Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, giving you a leading off right fielder Miles Williams. Miles Williams. Williams got that beautiful, sweet swing. Just looks like a natural up at the plate. And takes ball 1 to start off the inning. And I do not know where that missed, but it is ball 2. That, to me, looked like a strike right down the middle. I think Michael Gunn thought the same thing because he stepped off the mound for a second and shook his head. Gunn delivers the 0-2, and it's a pop-up foul to the right side. That's nowhere close to play, and it will be 2-1. Gunn looks in at Williams, the 2-1 pitch. And that was a ball a little too close for comfort for Williams inside. Williams is batting .254. He's got 12 dingers on the season, 48 RBIs. Great right fielder, had that amazing defensive play earlier this inning. And another foul ball straight back, and the count is now full, 3-2. Gunn's going to throw something in the zone right here, you can only imagine, and he did. And what a play right there. Just a snatcher for Alex McKeon, the catcher for the Pittsburg Diamonds. And they'll reset 3-2. Gunn versus Williams. Who will win the battle? Foul back again. And Williams is making this a tough at-bat on Gunn. He is not giving it to him easy. And you wouldn't expect him to. And a little chopper to the third baseman, and he can't grab it, unfortunately, for the Diamonds. That was Kevin Farley on the play for the Diamonds, and he just couldn't grab it in time. So Miles Williams reaches with a little infield single. Coming up now for the Pacifics, second baseman Kyle Ulonde. Williams is a Texas native. Moved from Windsor when he was 15. He played football and baseball. Was actually drafted straight out of high school by the Dodgers. And if you guys stay tuned during the break, he'll actually be performing in the dance-off that Jake Taylor just did. A bunt attempt by Ulonde that was fouled straight back. Count 0-1. All right, 0-1 is the count. Gunn stepping back on the mound. Let's see what Ulonde can do. Kyle Ulonde, he's got an interesting setup when he gets to the plate. Looks, you know, a lot of these foreign players, not to say, you know, when they come up, they have an interesting at-bat before they lock into position. He is staring down Michael Gunn until he gets into the ready position. Gunn throws it back to first. 1-1 is the count. Ulonde gets back into the batter's box, giving that nice stare down to Gunn. I think it's an intimidation factor, if anything. High ball, and it is now 2-1. This instance, I'd like to give a shout out to our regular play-by-play man on CMCM, Stuart Horn. Stuart was feeling ill tonight. He couldn't be here, but I'm just trying to fill in his big shoes. Strike right down the middle. Stu, who's an assistant professor over at Dominican University. It's a great guy, runs Penguin Radio over there and does a fantastic job calling these games. And I have the privilege a couple times this summer to sit right next to him and be his color commentary man. And a little ground, heard a shortstop and a double play, 6-4-3. And they're now 2 away for the Pacifics. And that helped Gunn out right there, no doubt about it. Anytime that you give off a leadoff single, you want to bounce right back with that double play ball. and that's exactly what Gunn did. And now there are 2 outs in the inning. No one's on base. And Mark Lindsay's stepping up to the plate. Ball 1 for Lindsay. It's a tight strike zone. That missed, I believe, low and to the right just slightly. But Gunn wanted it. No doubt about it. One and one now with that strike that Gunn threw right in there. And the pitch, and a swinging strike by Lindsay. Lindsay steps back in. 1-2 is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he chops a little ball right to the shortstop. And it was low, but it was a catch. And the inning is over. And we'll go to the top of the third. The Pittsburgh Diamonds will be up. And as part of our continuing coverage of CMCM's 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. We'll be back in just one moment.
And now, our continuing effort to conserve over 200 gallons of water a day. It's Catherine and Luke. Stop that running toilet. Great job, kids. You just stopped a running toilet and saved over 200 gallons of water. Well done. And thanks to the Marin Municipal Water District. Fans, check out Jane's First Base Cafe on the first base side of the stadium and try out the famous Around the Horn Chili. Jane's First Base Cafe, the destination for all your hunter needs.
Stepping up for the San Rafael Pacifics is going to be leadoff man Jose Garcia. Garcia flew out to... Oh, I'm sorry. Garcia reached on an error last time he was at bat. It was a little chopper to the third baseman. Tried to throw it over and ran right past Fildrick Llewellyn for the Pacifics. Count is 0-2. And a little chopper. Out number 1. Now batting for the Diamonds, second baseman B.J. Gwynn. Gwynn flew out to right field last time he was up. Comes up with 1 out and knocks a ball right to Herrera. And Herrera tosses it over to Llewellyn for out number 1 or out number 2. And Brandon Erickson is making quick work of this inning. That's exactly what he needed. He threw a lot of pitches in the first 2 innings. Erickson has just got to get out. Wes Wallace right here and go back into the dugout unscathed. And it is 0-2 quickly, and Erickson is finding a rhythm right now, and he's looking good. Bounces a ball in the dirt. Wanted to get a swinging strike 3 right there, but Wes Wallace, he knew better. Wallace has got 1 ball and 2 strikes. What can he do? Oh! And Erickson got him. Swinging strike 3 from Wallace. And quick inning right there for Erickson. Exactly what he needed. And we're heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning just like that. The Pacifics are coming up. And you're listening to CMCM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. We'll be with you in just 1 moment.
All right, fans, clear on Dancing with the Pacifics night. Here's couple number 3.
Should I do the
Pacifics, Miles Williams, and local dance instructor Amy Dietrich. Referring to That's What I Like.
Who is it? Put me on. Put me on. Hello? Hello? Guys. Guys.
Amy Dietrich and Miles Williams. You can definitely tell which Pacifics spend a lot of time in the dance clubs.
Is anyone there? Guys? You want to actually talk to me? Hello? No, it's no fun talking to myself. I look like a weirdo. Guys? 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 I need you to go make sure that I'm on.
You need me to what?
Go make sure I'm on.
How do I do that?
Go run down there and say, talk to Taylor.
Leading off for your Pacifics.
That's fine.
Third baseman, number 50.
Guys,
Goldstein.
am I on or what? I'm going to talk like I'm on. All right. Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams, and Zach Goldstein, the third baseman for the Pacifics, is up to bat. This is Goldstein's first at-bat of the night, facing Michael Gunn. There's a ball 1 to start off the inning. And Goldstein, it's a little chopper right over to the third baseman for a quick first out. Now up to bat, my guy, Demetrius Moore. If you missed it earlier in this game, Moore, he put on a show during in between, I should say, the first and second inning, dancing with his partner out there. He did a good job, and I would have to say him and Miles Williams are neck and neck right now for the crown. Moore batting .250 on the year. takes a strike.
Pacific's dugout for a musical chair.
And swings through another one. Demetrius Moore finds himself with 0 balls and 2 strikes real quick. Gwynn, just like Pacific's pitcher Brandon Erickson, starting to settle in. And Moore strikes out on 3 pitches, and he does not like that. But you know what the thing about Demetrius is, no matter what happens, he's always got a smile on his face. It's weird. He's just a happy, lovable guy. And that's something you want to see out of athletes these days. Too often do young men and young women get too down on themselves. It's a game, and there's going to be ups and downs. In baseball, there's going to be a lot more downs than there's going to be ups. I mean, look, the best players in the major leagues only succeed 1 out of every 3 times. Strike 1 taken right there for Juan Herrera, shortstop for the Pacifics. Herrera had a leadoff single to start off the game for the Pacifics. Herrera swings through that one. 2 strikes. And Gunn right here wants to strike him out and get back into that dugout and match Erickson shot for shot. Ooh, I do not know where that one missed. Gwynn is a little frustrated as he grabs the rosin bag. The 1-2, and Herrera fouls that one back. Herrera jumps back in the batter's box. It's 1-2 still. Gwynn looking for the pitch to get him out of this inning. You would have to think it would be something low in the dirt. He's got a pitch to expend here. And no, I was wrong. Tried to throw something down the middle, but he just missed to the outside. And it is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. As Juan Herrera is up at plate. Fouls another one back. Right over to Jane's First Base Cafe.
Good luck. You guys are going to be great.
Gwynn getting all set up to come back after the 2-2. Gets the new baseball, hoping this one's the lucky one to get him out of this inning. Delivers the pitch, and strike 3 for Gwynn right there. And he is out of the inning, and the inning is over. And Pittsburgh is coming back up to start off the 4th inning. There were 0 runs on 0 hits for the Pacifics right there. And we'll be back with you shortly. This is CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics.
We have elimination. Here we go. our participants. Our winner receives a certificate to the sweet spot.
Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams, giving you the play-by-play of this game tonight on a beautiful Friday evening here at Albert Park in San Rafael. On the mound for the Pacifics right now, we got Brandon Erickson, who throws the first pitch in to number 24, Vinny Galletti. Galletti is the star. Well, star, I don't even know would be the right word to put it. One of the most valuable players on the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And his offense this year, his hitting ability has really led them to the record they have. Erickson throws a fastball right in there, and the count is now 2-2. The 2-2 taken low and inside. Erickson delivers a high drive to left field, but out of play. 2 strikes, 2 balls. Demetrius Moore gave that a nice run, but that was fading out of play right off the crack of the bat. Erickson resets. And ball 3. So the count is now full. And Erickson wants to start this inning like he did last inning with a first pitch out. Set himself up for success. And a walk. And that is not the way that Erickson wanted to start off this inning whatsoever. Vinny Galletti reaches base for the first time in this game. I'm sorry, Vinny Galletti actually reached earlier on a fielder's choice, but first time he reached base in a positive setting, I guess. Gerald Batista steps into the batter's box, takes the first pitch for a ball, and fouls one straight back. Count now 1-1. Erickson right here, as a ground ball pitcher, you can only imagine that he is hoping for a double play. Does not throw the ball particularly hard, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. A lot of low change-ups, fastballs, throw the occasional curve in there, but a lot of ground balls. And he is really hoping that he can get a ground ball right here to shortstop Juan Herrera and complete the double play. Throw the ball back, check on Galletti at first. Ooh, and he hits Batista right above that elbow, and that's gotta hurt. You can see the cringe on Batista's face. And I've been hit by a fastball going 90 miles an hour, and it is not a fun feeling whatsoever. He's gonna feel that one tomorrow morning, I guarantee that. Ooh, and he is taking some time, just really. Yeah, that's just gotta hurt right there. You know, it's baseball, and you'll take a couple pitches, and you'll get some shiners. That's just the name of the game. But When you take one in that spot right there, he's lucky he didn't hit him square in the elbow. And he's also got a guard, so.
Peter Kirk and Barbara Kirk. Mary Kirk and Mary Denton are also celebrating their birthdays this week. Welcome from the Pacifics.
Count 1 and 2. And did he go around? No, he did not. I think Erickson thought he did. The home plate umpire said no, sir. And it is now 2 and 2. And strike 3, and Batista goes down.
Yes, sirree. One more K for kids. Compliments of the Bank of Marin. The Bank of Marin donates $10 for every strikeout recorded by a Pacifics pitcher this year and donates it to the K's for Kids program. Now batting for the Diamonds.
Now batting for the Diamonds. Pitcher. Sorry. Catcher, Alex McKeon. One out in the inning. Vinny Galletti's on first. Strike 1. Thrown in there by Erickson. And a ball low and hits the dirt. 1 and 1. McKeon steps back into the batter's box. 1 and 1. Erickson staring him down, delivers high and inside for ball 2. Erickson has been behind in all 3 of his counts to start off this inning. He's really working to keep that pitch count down. He was masterful last inning. Really ran into no trouble whatsoever. Can't say the same for this inning. And it's all about limiting your damage. Best thing for him to do here, throw something low and hope for a ground ball. And Galletti takes off, but it's a foul ball behind the stands here at Albert Park. And Galletti's got to jog back over to first. And we'll reset 2-2. Erickson looks in, delivers. Outside. And he's getting a mound visit right now
Hey kids, Kirby's Kids Zone presented by Marin County Credit Union.
by Mark Lindsay. Mark went out there and said, look, calm down. You're good, man. All right? Still early in this game. It's a 0-0 game. You've only given up 1 hit.
Kirby's Kids Zone is now open.
You're fine. Let's just power through. Throw something good here. Hope for the ground ball. Get out of the inning. Rizzatello takes off again. And another foul. This time straight back. All right. Erickson. Staring down McKeon. And McKeon fouls another one off. And we are losing baseballs right and left out here. And man, those things are expensive. I mean, fellow play-by-play man Stuart Horn and I always joke about this when we do the broadcast together. Baseballs aren't cheap, man, and the amount of times in these games that these things get fouled off, I mean, you just hope the little kids go and find them, return them to the snack shack, and get themselves a nice hot dog. That's a baseball tradition right there. McKeon, who requested his walk-up song to be Every Time We Touch by Cascade. He's got a great sense of humor. He's one of the nicest guys you'll meet. Strike 3. And... well... it was a called out. I don't think if McKeon knew if it was an out or not for a little bit, but he jogged to first base just in case. But that is out number 2. Rizzatello advances to second on the play, stealing. And Erickson just needs one more out to get out of this inning. Kevin Farley stands up, comes to the plate, the third baseman for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. Farley flew out to right field his last time at bat. And Erickson looks in, he delivers. And it is low and outside. Erickson, as you can tell, throws a lot of balls low because he is looking for those ground outs. He does not have the stuff to give you the high, hard one. Not whatsoever. Tops out at about 85 miles an hour on a good day. He's a control finesse pitcher. And right now, the count is 0-2 and is not looking in his favor. I would imagine he's going to throw something hittable right here for Farley. Try to even this count. Let's see if Farley goes for it. Oh, no, that was directly in the dirt. Rizzatello advances to third on the play. And Erickson looks a little shooken by that toss. He was not happy with himself. That's a dudder right there. Just throw something straight into the dirt. Count is 3-0, and if Erickson's not careful, he's going to make this inning last a little longer than he wants. Erickson calms himself down. Does a little wiggle on the mound. And throws a strike right in there. That's how you got to come back. Farley. Looking in. And takes the walk. Runners on first and third now for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. Galletti on third. Farley on first. And Zach Rapaz is coming up, right fielder for the Diamonds. Looking to put the first run on the board right here for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And Erickson, again, can't find the strike zone on the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1. Erickson taking a minute for himself. Wants to regroup. Throw a strike right in there and high again. And that is not looking good for Erickson right now. Lindsay comes out to greet him along with Herrera. And they're basically saying, look, Brandon, buddy, you haven't been with the team that long, but you've been with us long enough to realize we're here for you when you're in trouble. We're going to coach you through this. We're going to get you through this. Just get the ball in the strike zone. You do that, everything else will fall into place. You keep loading up these bases, you'll be out of the game quickly. He delivers right in the strike zone. Rapaz takes that. Counts now 2-1. Erickson tosses the ball over, but Farley gets back easily. Erickson delivers, and just outside. That's a tough break right there for Erickson. 3-1. He has got to throw something in the zone right here. If not, he runs the risk of loading up these bases and setting himself up for a long inning. Ooh, and he throws something right by Rapaz. There's a little change-up action right there. Rapaz did not see it coming, and the count is now 3-2. And, you know, there come certain moments of the game that can decide really where it's going, and this is one of them. The pitch, strike 3! And Erickson gets out of the inning. The Pacifics are coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning. I'm Taylor Williams as part of CM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. We'll be with you right after this short break.
Leading off for your Pacifics, center fielder Marin.
Welcome back to CM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. Up to play right now for the Pacifics, Cameron Monger. Monger, the center fielder for the Pacifics, struck out in his first at-bat on 3 pitches. Monger takes a ball and pops something sky high right to the shortstop, and he is out right there.
Your attention, please.
There's a quick first out from Gunn, Michael Gunn, the pitcher for the Pittsburg Diamonds. Michael Rizzatello up to the plate for the Pacifics.
Are you asking if it's for him?
Rizzatello flew out to the left fielder last time, looking for his first knock of the game. Rizzatello, the designated hitter in tonight's ball game for the San Rafael Pacifics. He's batting .288 on the season. He's got 20 dingers. Leads the team in that category, and that's why they put him in the 3-hole. Rizzatello. He's got a 2-1 count. 3-1 now, and the count is in his favor. The 3-1 from Gunn. Oh, and he walks Rizzatello right there, who reaches base for the first time tonight. And let's see if the Pacifics can get a little something going now that they got a runner on base. It's a 0-0 ball game to this point in the 4th inning. Really, besides the Diamonds getting Vinny Galletti to third base, there hasn't been anyone close to scoring. It's been a pitcher's duel, but not in the way you'd think. A lot of balls, a couple walks on each side, long innings, but getting through it unscathed. Gunn delivers, and it's high. Gunn taking his time. Walking around the mound. You know, I always love that when pitchers do that. It's kind of like you're the sheriff in town. Like, I own this place. 0-2 right now for Gunn. If he wants to own this place, he's got to find the strike zone. Rizzatello, who's standing on first base. There's ball 3 right there from Gunn. Rizzatello, who's standing on first base. He's a New York native. His dad's actually in the NYPD. Got to support those boys in blue. Everything police officers do, it's always to protect us. And, you know, police officers, military veterans, those guys, when they put their life on the line for you, all you got to do is just tip your hat and respect them. I know I couldn't do it. Ball 4. And that is the second walk in a row delivered by Gunn. And Fildrick Llewellyn, who was batting right there, gets on base. Rizzatello moves to second, and the Pacific's got a little something going right here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Miles Williams stands up to the plate. What a dancing performance Williams put on earlier in the game. Williams, I guess you can call him a 5-tool player. He can hit. Or a 6-tool player. He can hit, he can run, he can field, he can hit for power, and he can dance. He can dance like a maniac. Strike 1 delivered in there by Gunn. That's exactly what Gunn needed to do. Gunn looks in, looks back at the runner, and a double steal, and they're safe. Rizzatello and Fildrick Llewellyn advance. And now we got runners on second and third in scoring position. And all of a sudden, Miles Williams has got a chance to do something big. Williams steps back in the plate, count 1-1. Gunn on the mound. Gunn sets. He delivers. And Williams fouls that straight back. Michael Gunn goes back to the bag. Needs the strikeout right here. Is anything Williams puts into play, as long as it's deep enough, will score a run. Foul straight back by Williams. Count stays at 1-2. Williams strikes out right there. Unfortunate, but that is exactly what Gunn needed. Coming up for the Pacifics, second baseman Kyle Ulande. Ulande with that funky setup. Checks in and takes a ball. Ulande pops one right behind the stands here at Albert Park. Count is now 1-1. As Ulande gets back in the box. Gunn sets up. Gunn is looking to get himself out of this inning unscathed after allowing 2 walks. Ooh, and a big swing and a miss right there from Ulande. Ulande is looking to drive in Rizzatello on third. And Llewellyn, who's on second. Phildrick Llewellyn. And the pitch swinging strike 3 by Ulande. And Gunn escapes unscathed. And that's going to take us to the top of the 5th inning. You are listening to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. We'll see you after the break with the San Rafael Pacifics coming up to bat.
Thanks to all of our bad people for the great job they do.
Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams. We are coming to you live from Albert Park, and Michael Gunn steps in, the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. Gunn, who is actually batting for himself tonight. There's no designated hitter in the lineup for the Diamonds. And he takes a ball right there, 0-2 on it, and Brandon Erickson starting off this inning a little better than last. Ooh, and strike 3 called, a 3-pitch out by Erickson right there. And with that, the lineup resets. And Jose Garcia comes up to plate. God, baseball is just a beautiful thing out here tonight at Albert Park. You can't ask for anything better. I mean, the game we love, our national pastime, being able to interconnect with the beautiful community that is Marin. It's just a wonderful atmosphere here at Albert Park. And that was a ball outside. Wow. Erickson had delivers, and first base umpire says he did not go around. So Jose Garcia lives to fight another pitch. Garcia, who reached on a E6 earlier in the game. That's an error on the shortstop. Pops one right there to right fielder Miles Williams for the second out of the inning. Erickson coming back with a quicker inning than last. Is now set to face B.J. Gwynn, second baseman for the Diamonds. Gwynn has flown out and grounded out so far this game. And he cracks one right behind the left side of the field. Count is now 1-1 after the first pitch ball. Another foul back, and the count is 1-2. Gwynn batting .271 on the year. Steps back into the plate. Count is 1-2. Erickson looking to strike him out right here, and Gwynn just catches a piece of it. No runners on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gwynn looking much sharp. Gwynn looking much sharper this at-bat than last. You can say the same for Erickson, who delivers the ground ball he wanted, but just got through the hole between Llewellyn. And right there, B.J. Gwynn reaches for the first time in today's game off a little single to right field. Now 2 outs, 1 base runner, and Wes Wallace stands in at the plate. Wallace reached base in a walk and struck out in his 2 at-bats tonight. Wallace takes a ball right down the middle from Erickson, strike 1. Beautifully framed pitch right there by Erickson. And Erickson gives a nice little toss over to Llewellyn just to keep Gwynn in check. Gwynn's a speedy one. He is known for stealing bases. He is not afraid to. 1-1's the count after that called ball. And fouled straight back by Wallace. 2 strikes on it now. Gwynn was drafted by the Chicago White Sox in the 10th round of the 2017 MLB draft. As Wes Wallace pops a single to the left fielder, Demetrius Moore. And 2 aboard now for the Diamonds, who with 2 outs are making a little charge, making a little noise. As I was saying, Gwynn was drafted in 2007 by the White Sox, and again in 2010 but in the 11th round by the San Diego Padres. He went to the University of California, Berkeley, Cal Berkeley, and is now playing for the Pittsburg Diamonds. Up to the plate now, who you just saw take that strike right there, Vinny Galletti, first baseman and big-time hitter for the Diamonds. 0-1, 2 runners on. Oh, swing and a miss. A big one right there for Galletti, and you don't see him do that very often. He was fooled all the way by Erickson. Erickson looking to get himself out of trouble. And that is not the first time I've said that tonight. He has put runners on, but gotten himself out of it. No harm, no foul, except the high pitch count. The 0-2 looking for the strikeout. Oh, and a bomb deep going back, and Williams catches it falling back. What a play, Miles Williams. What a play by Williams. His second defensive spectacular catch of the game. And that ends the inning, and we're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Pacifics coming to the plate. You're listening to CMCM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. My name is Taylor Williams, and I'll see you after the break.
You here will get a chance to vote for the top 2 positions first of all, and then for our final couple. All right, so up first, ladies and gentlemen, we have Demetrius Moore and Lizzie Rice. Up second, we had Jake Taylor and Tara Caprice Bonner. Jake has recovered from doing the splits. And up third, we have Miles Williams and Andy Dietrich. All right, judges, who has been eliminated?
Jake Taylor. So now you're down to 2 couples. You gotta pick one and you gotta scream really loud for the one you want to win. Okay, Megan?
Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams, coming to you live from Albert Park in San Rafael, California. The San Rafael Pacifics are now up to bat. It's going to be the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 0-0 ball game, but the Pacifics are looking to make some noise against lefty Michael Gunn. Gunn so far has only allowed 2 Pacifics hits. Oh, sorry. was saying, Gunn has been very sharp tonight. He's had a couple of walks, a couple of long at-bats, but other than that, he's been very sharp.
Leading off for your Pacifics, catcher Mark Lindsay.
Leading off for your Pacifics, catcher Mark Lindsay. He grounded out 6-3 his last time at bat. First pitch is a strike by Lindsay. Gunn delivers and Lindsay cracks a ball fading. And it is a foul ball. That was fading right the entire time. And it is a 1-1 count. Gunn, who, as I mentioned earlier, has looked fairly sharp tonight, has had problems at points with control. It's been behind in a lot of counts. It's led to a high pitch count. So let's see if he can start off this inning in a little quicker pace. Lindsay, who's standing in, has 3 balls and 1 strike on him right now. Lindsay's one of 3 catchers for the Pacifics. Gets a lot of the starting duties. Catcher's a hard position, though. You need your days off. And he takes a walk right there. And just like that, the Pacifics get a man aboard to start off the inning, and that's exactly what they were looking for. Zach Goldstein stands up for the San Rafaels. Goldstein, number 55, the third baseman. And I cannot lie when I say this to you guys. Goldstein's one of my favorite players. He's just a gamer out there at third. Sure-handed defender. Can hit for consistency and power. And he rocks that 55 number, which happened to be my Pop Warner football number. Let's see here. I'm sorry. My Little League number, basically every number I've ever had has been 55, so we got that going for us. And Tim Lincecum, of course, the 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He shares it too. So we're in a club all to our own. 0-2 for Goldstein. He's got a hitter's count right now. And you'd have to think Gwynn, after just walking Lindsay, is going to want to throw something in the zone. And it's high and taken for a ball. And Gwynn, like I mentioned earlier, there may be no runs on that board, but there's been a lot of pitches thrown, and a lot of them out of the zone. Out of the zone. And taken, ball 4, and 2 men aboard now for the Pacifics. As Lindsay moves to second and Goldstein gets on first. And coming up for the Pacifics, the second place finisher in the dance-off contest earlier tonight, Demetrius Moore. He lost to his fellow teammate Miles Williams, but he put on a show. His shirt did come off at one point. I can assure you all of that for the fans that were not watching. He got into it, and he put on a performance for the ages. Just could not beat Miles Williams. who's actually going to be on next season's Dancing with the Stars. Demetrius Moore struck out earlier in the game. Looking to get something done here with 2 runners on base. And Gunn delivers a first pitch strike, and that's exactly what he needed. No outs in the inning. 2 runners aboard for the Pacifics. Michael Gunn on the mound. And he attempts a bunt, and it goes foul 0-2. Moore was trying to advance those runners over. Smart play when you got no runs on the board. It's been a pitcher's duel to this point. Demetrius was trying to put the Pacifics in good position to knock in a run. Games like this, 1 or 2 runs can be all the difference. Gunn takes his time. Sets up. Looks back at the runner, delivers, and a swinging strike 3 for Moore. And he is not happy about that one. Moore could just not catch a break tonight. Strikes out twice and loses the dance competition in a nail biter. I don't know what hurts worse. Juan Herrera, shortstop for the Pacifics. And he knocks something high, very high up in the air, but straight to the center fielder for the Diamonds. And that was Wes Wallace with the catch. And just like that, there are 2 outs in the inning. Lindsey's on second, Goldstein's on first. Some say Zach Goldstein looks like Klay Thompson. I see it. Someone say he's just as good as Klay Thompson, just in his own sport. I see it. Cameron Monger, the hero of Tuesday night's game, stands in. Monger, who I actually interviewed after that game. Very, very nice guy. Gave me the time. Really explained, what he went through, because he was struggling up to that game, and he made the most of it and got the win for his team. And that had to be a great feeling. Now looking to see if he can do something in tonight's ball game. Ball 1 from Gunn. I apologize. Monger swings. He hits it high. Deep, but straight to the left fielder. And for your Pacifics, no runs, no hits, 2 walks. But it's still a 0-0 ball game as we go into the 6th. The Pittsburg Diamonds will be up, and we'll be with you in just a couple minutes. I'm Taylor Williams. See you after the break. Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics. The count is 0-3. Not looking good for pitcher Brandon Erickson right now. Up to bat. For the Pittsburgh Diamonds, the guy that just hit that line shot to Cameron Monger was Gerald Batista. Batista just hit that hard hitting line shot straight to Monger for the first out of the inning. And that saved Erickson from another long at bat. Erickson right now is just trying to get quick outs. His pitch count is high. There's no runs on the board, but he wants to get as deep into this ball game as he possibly can. Up now. Up now for the Pittsburgh Diamonds, Alex McKeon, the catcher. McKeon fouls one straight back. Count is 1-1. Ooh. And that is a strike right there for McKeon. Count is 1-2. And let's see what Erickson throws him right here. I'm thinking something low in the dirt, and I was right, but McKeon was not offering anything near that. McKeon is the only active catcher on Pittsburgh's roster, so he is taking a lot of wear and tear as they're going for this championship push. Counts now 2-2 as Erickson delivers. Strike three. And McKeon goes down. 2 outs in the inning. And coming up to the plate, Kevin Farley, third baseman for the Diamonds.
Now batting for the Diamonds, number 18, Kevin Farley.
Farley flew out in his first at-bat to right field and then reached on a walk from Erickson. Erickson delivers the pitch, and it's a swinging first strike. 0-1. And a little liner, but nothing that dance competition champion Miles Williams couldn't get. And that's the end of the inning. No runs and no hits for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. It's a 0-0 ball game. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Taylor Williams as part of CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacific season. I'm Taylor Williams, bringing you to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 0-0 ball game. It's been a low-scoring affair, obviously. And some would say it's a pitcher's duel. I'm not so sure about that. There has been a lot of walks, a lot of high pitch counts, but 0 runs. The first pitch of the at-bat to Michael Rizzatello was a pop-up foul. I am joined right now by Pacific's intern, Katie Bogman. Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, yeah, Bachman.
Katie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you here, and we're having another awesome night of baseball. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. This has been a blast. It's a dream come true to be able to sit here and call a professional baseball game. You can never argue with that. It's also a beautiful night for baseball. Counts 1-2 on Rizzatello. Katie, tell me a little something about Michael Rizzatello. You know these players well.
Yeah, so Michael Rizzatello is actually a native of New York. His dad actually works for the NYPD, and he has two younger sisters, one of whom was actually a competitor on The Voice. And he won't be very vocal about this, but he's an excellent singer himself and loves to sing around the ballpark for fun.
So Michael Rizzatello comes from a talented family. Let's see what he can do here at the 2-2 offering. A broken bat. Shoots that thing right out to the shortstop right there for the Diamonds. And that is a first batter out for Michael Gunn. Next up, Phildrick Llewellyn, the new fan favorite for the Pacifics. Katie, he came here very recently, but people just love him.
Yeah, he definitely has an infectious energy. He's one of the most vocal people on the team, always supporting his teammates, and just you can always hear him cheering people on. He actually picked his walk-up song in order to pump up the crowd. It was more about just making people feel good, and it was between that and Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, so he's a very fun guy to be around.
It's hard to argue with Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, but I think he picked a good song. Llewellyn takes ball one and takes a strike right there. It is 1-1. Llewellyn speaks 5 languages, which is pretty incredible because I struggle to speak one. And strike 2 right there. Llewellyn takes off his helmet. Steps out of the batter's box for a minute. Is Llewellyn, Katie, is he close with a lot of his new Pacifics teammates?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Llewellyn chops it to the second baseman. Out number 2. And Gunn starts off this inning well. Katie, as you were saying?
Yeah, so Phildrick Llewellyn is definitely one of those guys that will always make you smile. He's gotten along really well with his teammates, and he's been swinging the bat really well for us. He's a utility player, can play all over the place, has recently been second base and first base, but he also catches, which was a complete surprise to us.
Now up to the plates, right fielder, Miles Williams. Your Pacifics dance competition winner of the night. This is dance night for the Pacifics. You guys, Katie, put on some really awesome events every night at the ballpark. Get the community involved. What's your role in that?
Well, thank you very much. One of my roles is serving as a marketing intern in addition to working with the media relations. So we have a really great position as interns in getting our hands dirty and really getting involved in every part of promoting the event and just reaching out to local organizations to try to partner with people.
Count 1-1 for Williams. Takes strike 2 right there. 2 outs. Gunn looking to get through the 6th inning. Unscathed. 0 runs, only giving up 2 hits tonight. Gunn delivers the 1-2. Strike 3. And the inning is over. Miles Williams goes down with a strikeout. Katie, thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, anytime. You're doing a great job here, Taylor, and we love Marin TV.
I'm Taylor Williams, and I'll be back with you guys at the bottom, or at the top, of the 7th inning. You're listening to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. And man, as I look out into beautiful Albert Park, I just realized how beautiful of a game baseball really is. Leading off for Pittsburgh, number 8, Zach Rapaz.
Now pitching for your Pacifics, number 45, Quinn.
Rapaz, the right fielder for the Pacifics. Pacifics have a new pitcher out there, number 45, Quinn Pippin. Not to be confused with Scottie Pippen. I believe there's no relation, but if there is, that's a championship bloodline right there. Strike one from Pippen. Pippen steps off the mound for a sec. Pippen is 1-0 with a 5.27 ERA. He's appeared in 10 games, started 2. Not a huge strikeout guy. He's from Washington, D.C., and his childhood friends with one of the cast members of 13 Reasons Why, which is a theme night here next Wednesday. The cast member I'm speaking of course, is Ross Butler. 13 Reasons Why, a hit Netflix show. It's kind of a sad show, but it's big in today's youth. 2 strikes and high to Rapaz, taken for a ball. Pippen looks in. Ooh. And a little looper to short. Herrera catches it. First out. And Rapaz is retired on the play.
Now batting for the Diamonds, number 3, Michael Gunn.
Now batting for the Diamonds, number 3, Michael Dunn, pitcher. Gunn has thrown 6 shutout innings so far tonight. Has found himself in a little bit of trouble at times, but always gotten himself out of it. And he is hitting for himself tonight. No designated hitter for the Diamonds, and he cranks one. But Moore is going to catch that in left center field. 2 outs for Pippen. A quick 2 outs for Quinn Pippen, who's making good work of the Diamonds here in the top of the 7. Standing in for the Diamonds, number 1, Jose Garcia. Garcia, who reached on an error, grounded out, and has flown out tonight. Looking for his first knock of the game. Takes a strike. Knocks a little liner. Deep. Can they make the play? Herrera does. Llewellyn gets it. What a play by Juan Herrera. Inning over. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th for a little 7th inning stretch action. And as we do, Love to Dance, a dance organization, is going to come out and put on a little performance for you guys. I'm Taylor Williams, part of CMCM's continuing coverage of San Rafael Pacifics baseball here in 2017. I'll be with you right after the break.
Encourage personal growth, positive attitudes, and involvement with community service for the champions. The dancers are excited to get on their new season as they perform to Baseball Remix.
All right!
Because you know I'm all about that bass,
Yeah!
no chill. I'm all about that bass,
He's 5'8", 185 pounds, a stocky guy. Has attended 5 different college programs. Living on his dream of being a professional baseball player, like many of these players here. And his ball 1 to Alonde right there as he takes. Strike 1 put in there right by Gunner. The lefty gun. Delivers a ball high in the zone. 2-1. Another pitch. Strike 2 right there. Count. Now even at 2-2. Gunn hoping for a quick inning here. Ulande hoping to reach base so that Mark Lindsay can come up with a runner on board. But unfortunately, for the second time in a row, Kyle Ulande has a swinging strikeout. 1 down now in the inning. Gunn looking as sharp as he has all game. Mark Lindsay steps in. Strike 1. A little check swing foul. 0-2 for Gunn. Throws a high, hard one, and Lindsay was not chasing. At this moment, I'd like to give another shout out in the broadcast. Lindsay chops one and reaches on the air. Galletti could not scoop that one up right there. And Mark Lindsay reaches on board. As I was saying, I'd like to give another shout out in the broadcast to our main play-by-play man, the person that put this together for all of us to be here, Stuart Horn. Stuart was feeling ill tonight. He could not be with us. But, man, everything I've learned, and the only reason that I'm on this broadcast delivering you this beautiful Pacifics game is because of Stuart. Stuart, thank you so much. I know he's watching out there. He lives and bleeds blue. Stu, we'll have you back here Tuesday for the last of CMCM's coverage of the San Rafael Pacifics here in 2017. Oh, and 1's the count as third baseman Zach Goldstein steps up to the plate. Goldstein ropes one right over the head. Right over the head of Jose Garcia. And now we got runners on first and second. The Pacifics causing a little noise. With one out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And Demetrius Moore stands at the plate. Moore coming in this game batting .250. No home runs. And you know, with this season fading down, all Moore wants to do is pop one out of this ballpark here at Albert Field. Oh. Little tidbit of information. The two men on base right now. I'm sorry. Goldstein and Michael Rizzatello actually played against each other in high school. So a lot of these guys known each other, you know, you've been around the baseball circles long enough. You're going to play on a team together. You're going to play on a team against each other. It's just like the pros. 1-1 is the count. 1 out. Lindsay and Goldstein on base. The 1-1 fouled straight back. One out, bottom of the seventh. It's been a beautiful night here in San Rafael. Couldn't ask for better weather. I'm not wearing a jacket yet, and that's rare to say here at Albert Field. The 1-2, and chopped, and he can't get it. Jose Garcia put a noble effort in, but that is a infield single, and the bases are loaded. And Juan Herrera is coming up to the plate with one out, and Despacito's playing in the background as his walk-up music, and the crowd is into it. Herrera's got a chance to put the first run on the board right here for the Pacifics and pump these fans up. Gunn, on the other hand, is going to lock in right now. He's pitching for the strikeout. Gunn taking a lot of time on the mound. Looks back at the runner. A little high. I don't know. That was close to the strike zone, and Gunn wanted it. The last thing Gunn wants to do is walk Juan Herrera. Count is 1-1. Gunn looks in. Herrera swings and misses. And Alex McKeon falls to the ground, and it looks like he took something hard. Time is called by the umpire. McKeon gets up like a trooper. Catching's a brutal position, and there's a lot of wear and tear that goes on in that body. And Alex McKeon is the only active catcher on the Diamonds team. So he is taking a beating, and there's nothing he can do. Even if he sustained a little injury right there, there's not another catcher on the team. Diamonds need a guy like Phildrick Llewellyn who can play any position. You tell Phildrick to play catcher, he'll do it. You tell him to play left field, he'll do it. Probably have him pitch if he wanted to. Gunn sets in. Herrera fouls it back. The count is 1-2. Gunn needs a strikeout right here. You'd have to imagine he's going to throw something low. Worst case scenario, wants a ground ball. Anything in the air is going to score a run. Gunn sets up, delivers. Ooh! And he threw it inside to Herrera, and Herrera barely dodged that ball. That is not what Gunn wanted to do there at all. The crowd is watching very intently here at Albert Park. Been waiting for action all night. And is Juan Herrera going to be their hero? The 2-2. Gunn looks in. And he takes a fastball. The count is full. The bases are loaded. And everyone is on their toes. These are the moments in games where heroes are made and game-altering plays are done. The payoff pitch. It's a swinger up the middle. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. And the Pacifics now lead 2-0. What a play by Juan Herrera. What a hit. Took what Gunn gave him. Knocked it right up the middle, and now the Pacifics lead 2-0. Gunn, who was perfect, not allowing a run all night, gave up 2 up in a big way right there, and there are still 2 aboard with only 1 out in the inning. 2 run scores! And the Pacifics now lead. First run unearned after the error. That is RBI number 22 and 23 for Juan Herrera. Monger steps in. looking to continue a little on-base streak that the Pacifics have put up board here in the bottom of the 7th. Gunn's a little shaken on the mound. It's hard when you have 6 scoreless and you come out and you get the bases loaded, 2-run score. Oh, and a beautiful bunt play right there, and Monger reaches. Cameron Monger with the bunt of the year. Reaches bases with an infield single, and the Pacifics keep this run alive. And Albert Park has just come alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Now batting for your Pacifics, number 16, Michael Rizzatello.
Over in the Diamonds bullpen, a couple players are getting warm. I'd have to think the Gun is on a short leash. Gun taking his time. It's gotten a little chillier here at Albert Park. Rizzatello stepping in. Michael Rizzatello. One of the Pacific's interns who joined us earlier, Katie Boxman, was telling us that Michael Rizzatello's sister was actually on The Voice, the NBC reality TV show, singing competition. And Rizzatello pumps one right to the right fielder. But Demetrius Moore scores on the play, 3-0, San Rafael. Rizzatello with the RBI. Rapaza's throw not in time. 2 outs. And another run scores as Demetrius Moore crosses the plate. Fildrick Llewellyn steps in.
Now batting for your Pacifics, number 10, Fildrick Llewellyn. On the season, RBI number 36 for Michael Rizzatello.
That was RBI number 36 for Michael Rizzatello. Rizzatello has got to be happy with what he did there. Hard hit ball scores the run, something that the Pacifics have struggled with. Getting runners in scoring position in. Gotten 3 in this inning. Strike 1. And they are leaving Michael Gunn in to fare for himself. Runners on second and third. High pop up out of play from Fildrick Llewellyn. No balls and 2 strikes. Llewellyn steps in. Gunn giving them the stare down. Gunn delivers. Oh, and Llewellyn hits a little bomber out to center field, but not far enough. As Wes Wallace catches that, and that ends the inning. 7 in the books, and the Pacifics score 3 runs, and we are heading to the top of the 8th. 3-0, San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams as part of CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. Welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams, and we are in the top of the 8th inning. Standing in for the Pacifics, B.J. Gwynn, second baseman. I'm joined right now by one of our CMCM producers, crew members, and the guy behind the scenes that puts this production together. So you should thank him for everything you see on CMCM. Omid, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Of course. I know you have a couple of your friends with you and want to get on camera, and we're going to bring them here in just a minute. B.J. Gwynn strikes out right there, and Quinn Pippin gets an early strikeout. Omid, what do you think about the game so far? Pacifics have been dominating it on the pitching side of the ball. I mean, Gunn was having a good game, but he broke in the 7th, got tired. What do you think?
You know, it was pretty much a pitcher's duel. Both sides were looking great on the end of both ends of the ball, top and the bottom of the innings. And, the floodgates opened the bottom of the 7th. You know, the Pacifics seems like this season they've been on a streak, good or bad. And when they start hitting, they don't stop. And, they're up 3-0, and it's making everyone around here lively on a Friday night, and couldn't be happier.
Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself. This crowd was starting to get more into the dance-offs than they were the baseball game with 0 runs being scored. But the Pacifics came alive, and standing in right now for the Diamonds, Wes Wallace, the count's 1-1, takes a ball, and it is going to be 2-1. Quinn Pippin's looking sharp so far in this game, the reliever for the Pacifics. The 2-1, and a swinging strike. Omid, you've been around a lot of these Pacifics games. You're down there, you're watching all the action, and you get a unique perspective. What do you think the Pacifics need to work on for next year? Because let's face it, it was kind of a lost season.
Yeah, being with CMCM and kind of entering the San Rafael Pacifics later in the summer, they started off the season kind of in a slump, and they had to pick themselves back up. I've noticed as a fan that, I think they just needed to get their hitting going. There were so many games where they're like lost 1-0 or 3-2 or just not enough to capitalize on a win. And then, of course, you get games where they win like 15-2, and they just kind of get their hitting going. So, their pitching's been overall pretty good, and they're on offense potentially they're one of the best teams, if not the best teams in the league. And it's good to finally see, even towards the end of the year, they're not going to make the playoffs in the postseason, but I feel like with the potential, they just need to work on their hitting a little bit more, be consistent, and they'll be a force to reckon with, as they are now, but will be better in the future.
Count is 3-2 now on Wes Wallace, who fouls another one back. We are in the top of the 8th inning here at Albert Park in San Rafael. It's a beautiful night. Got a little chillier. It's pretty warm earlier in the day, but it's got a little chillier. I might have to put on a jacket at some point. Omid, you teach a class over at CMCM. I'm actually a part of it right now, as there's a pop-up. Oh! That Quinn Pippin puts on an acrobatic play to grab that right there. What a play by Quinn Pippin. Whoo! Oh, he's an athlete. That was a play right there. But I was going to say, your class at CMCM, it's used to educate people on how to use studio equipment. It's community broadcasting. I found it really informative. What would you like to say to all the people out there that are watching CMCM that maybe are thinking about doing that and want to join the class?
Well, first of all, you are one of my star pupils, and you're shining bright in the class. My message out to everyone else is that, the Marin TV is beautiful in the sense that it really provides you endless opportunities to learn all forms of media. And, you guys should come check out the studio class. It's might be intimidating to some, might come natural to others. but with enough education and fun, you're going to learn a lot and get the most from it. So you should definitely check it out. It's a class for everyone.
Vinny Galletti steps in. Count is 0-2. Galletti, who has grounded into a double play and walked in this game, swings. That's a big swing right there. Count is now 2-1. Quinn Pippen doing everything he can to keep this 3-run lead alive, and he is looking sharp so far in this 8th inning. Has not allowed a base runner in 1 2/3 innings. Sets up the 2-1. Galletti, big time hitter for the Diamonds. And Quinn drops one down there low. What do you think about Quinn Pippen so far? He's looking sharp, isn't he, Omid?
Yeah, looking very sharp, and got a great command. I feel like, just as important as getting the points up is to maintaining a lead, and that's one of the hardest things to do in sports, and he seems to be doing a stellar job so far.
The 3-1. And popped high up. Let's see if Goldstein or, Moore just missed on the play. Both him and Goldstein were chasing hard after it. Moore put on those famous burners that he has. But Galletti stays alive, and the count is 3-2.
Austin is the guy who's here after midnight picking up all the dirty socks and unmentionables in the clubhouse.
Galletti taking his time. No, they're all taking their time right now. All right, Omid.
What's going on?
If you're Mark Lindsay right now, what did you go out and say to Quinn Pippen?
Give me your best shot, because I'm gonna take over this game, and you'll know who's boss.
Oh no, that was great. That's what I would say. That's exactly what I would say. The 3-2, and he walked him. A 2-out walk by Pippen. Omid, maybe they need to hire you to be some kind of motivational coach for the Pacifics.
I would love that. Honestly, the Pacifics are a great group of guys, and it's great to see them succeed, and anything to help them out in any way.
Well, I know at least I love broadcasting these games for the San Rafael Pacifics, being able to give all our viewers the opportunity to watch, a professional baseball team right here in Marin County, and Omid's a huge part of this production. It could not be done without him or Scott Calhoun. And that's a swing and strike right there by Gerald Batista. 0-1.
Yeah, I also wanted to just take this opportunity to thank my partner in crime, Scott Calhoun. None of this would be possible without him. He brought me on board this year. This is my first season with San Rafael Pacifics and Marin TV, and he's the man. And I just want everyone to know, Scott Calhoun, what's up? Special shout out to you, and also to our awesome students, the young students out there that are help broadcasting this game. None of this would be possible without you either, and I love you guys.
Batista takes a ball right there and swings through. Strike number 3. Top of the 8th over. I'm Taylor Williams. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Broadcasting live on CMCM, the 2017 Pacific season. We'll be with you in just a minute. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacific season live from Albert Park. And the Pittsburgh Diamonds got a new pitcher. Joe Lewis, number 17, stands in. Lewis pops a first pitch strike in there. Lewis was a 4th-round pick by the Giants in 2010, so he has been around the minors. The count is now 1-1 as the fastball runs away. Miles Williams stands up. Williams swings through. It's 1-2 now. Joe Lewis sets up, looking in to Miles Williams. And a swing and a miss, and just like that, there's one out in the inning. Miles Williams goes down.
Now batting for your Pacifics, number 9, Kyle Ulande.
Now up for the San Rafael Pacifics, number 9, Kyle Ulande. Joe Lewis has appeared in 20 games for the Diamonds. He's got a 5.40 ERA. And Ulande fouls one back. Count is 1-1. Ulande steps back in the box. Bottom of the 8th inning here at Albert Park. Lewis did not like that one right there. He shook his head as he walked forward. Ulande, 2-1 the count. He's been a little frustrated tonight. Struck out a couple times. Has Ulande. Looking to change his fortunes right here. High pitch taken for a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. Ulande swings and fouls it back. Count is now full. 1 out in the inning. Pittsburgh's got one more chance after this to tie or take the lead in this ball game, or else it's game over. And that's a walk to Kyle Ulande, who reaches base for the first time tonight. Now up to bat, number 32 catcher for your San Rafael Pacifics, Mark Lindsay. Lindsay reached on an error, which started the rally last inning that scored 3 runs for the San Rafael Pacifics. Fastball misses outside. 0-1 for Lewis. Lewis sets up. High and slightly outside, 0-2. And Lewis has got to find the strike zone here. He does not want to give the Pacifics the opportunity to score any more runs. They already got to come back from a 3-0 deficit. And Lindsay takes another one. 3 balls and 0 strikes now. And Lewis is at risk of walking his second batter in the row. Lewis steps back on the mound. Looks in. He's going to toss something right down the plate. And Lindsay takes it. This is the pitch right here for Mark Lindsay. Ooh, and he walked him. Fastball away. And Joe Lewis has just walked 2 batters in a row. Alex McKeon, the catcher for the Pittsburgh Diamonds, comes out to give him a little pep talk. Tap him on the back, say everything's going to be okay, buddy. Zach Goldstein, he's coming out to say, oh, it might not be that okay. Goldstein roped a single last time he was at bat. Looking to do the same thing right here. Add a couple insurance runs to the board and go home a happy man. Ropes one behind the bleachers here at Albert Park. Strike one. Lewis sets up. Looks into Goldstein. Goldstein. He's got that look in his eye. Oh! He wanted it right there. Strike number 2. Count is 0-2. Oh, and 2. 2 runners aboard, both coming from walks from new pitcher for the Diamonds, Joe Lewis. Ulande and Lindsay on base. Goldstein ropes one. Could be a double play. And throws it to second for one, and that's all they're going to get. 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Demetrius Moore, the batter now. Moore, a little infield single last time aboard. The speedy Demetrius Moore. If you've been watching this game since the beginning, you'll remember when Moore entered the little dance competition between the first inning and the second. Actually took off his shirt at one point. Gave the fans here a little show. Oh, 1 count for Demetrius Moore. Lewis hoping to get through this inning unscathed. The 0-1. High and upside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Demetrius Moore. Demetrius, the heart and soul of this team, really. He's just a bundle of energy, a lovable guy. And a wild pitch, and Kyle Ulande scores as Mark Lindsay goes to second, and the San Rafael Pacific score a run and now lead 4-0. What a play. That is not what Lewis wanted to do right there. Not only does he throw a wild pitch, but he gets the count to 3-0. And now Moore could be the third walk of the inning. Strike to Demetrius down the middle right there. A good fastball. And a swing and a foul out of play right there for Moore. Three and two. Lewis sets up to Moore. Moore chops one. Oh, so close. Demetrius Moore put on the burners, but not quite. And we are going to the top of the ninth inning. The Pacific score a run, and it's a 4-0 ball game. Pittsburgh, they got to put up a 4 spot at least to get this thing to the bottom of the ninth. I'm Taylor Williams, broadcasting live on CMCM as part of our continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. We'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back to CMCM's continuing coverage of the 2017 San Rafael Pacifics. I'm Taylor Williams, filling in for our usual play-by-play guy, Stuart Horn. And we are in the top of the ninth inning. The Pacifics lead 4-0. And Alex McKeon, catcher for the Pittsburgh Diamonds, standing in. Count 0-1. Patton still or Pippen, I apologize, still pitching out there for the Pacifics. Looking to wrap this game up. 1-1's the count. One fastball from Pippen, a little low. And the count is now 2-1. Pippen is looking to wrap this game up. Ooh, 2-1. Swung through for the 2-2. Pippen looking for the strikeout right here. The crowd here at Albert Park is dwindled down to just about 100. And he strikes them out. 1 down. And that's one more K for Kids, which is a awesome initiative that the San Rafael Pacifics have put on here. They have really just done a ton with the community, and if you've ever been to a Pacifics game, it's really a San Rafael community and Marin community vibe. Quinn Pippen looking in. Kevin Farley knocks one to Goldstein, who throws it over to Llewellyn. Out number 2, and we are 1 out away from all going home. And the Pacifics are 1 out away from a shutout. I cannot believe how well they've played tonight.
Now batting for Pittsburg, number 8, Zach Rapaz.
Zach Rapaz now up. Rapaz hasn't reached base tonight. Looking to change that right here. Strike down the middle from Pippen. Pippen wants this 3-out save. I'm telling you, and he's got the eye of the tiger look. Oop. Swing and strike. 0-2. Pippen is looking for the strikeout right here. Something low. Maybe a dirty split right here. Ooh. There's a fastball in right there, and he fouls it off of himself. That's going to hurt a little bit. 2 strikes, no balls. The crowd is into it. And all Quinn Pippen needs right now is 1 out. And this ball game's over. He has a 3-out save. The Pacifics have a shutout and 1 more win. Ooh, and that was close, and the fans wanted it. Jake Taylor, who's sitting in the radio booth right now, he wanted it too. Zach Rapaz just held off of that one. That was a dirty pitch right there from Quinn Pippen. Strike 3! Game over. Zach Rapaz strikes out. The Pacifics wins. The Pacifics win. Jake Taylor slips and falls running out of the Pacifics booth. I hope he's okay for the Pacific's sake. But the Pacifics nonetheless win the game 4-0 with a shutout. And man, what a beautiful night it was for baseball. I'm Taylor Williams, coming to you live from Albert Park here in San Rafael as part of CMCM's continuing coverage of Pacifics baseball. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here live on Tuesday.